Hello guys, welcome to the new lecture of Linux administration. So we will discuss running a foreground process, how we can run a foreground process. You can run a foreground process by both the options from the dashboard and from this your terminal. You can write from the terminal, type terminal the application file, and directly you can run from the terminal. So these both options you can view here. Running a background process, if you start a foreground program process from the terminal, then you cannot work on the terminal till the program is up and running. As I already told in the last lecture, when you start a foreground process, until it is not completed, it will go run on the terminal. So if you want to free your terminal, then you can send your foreground process to the background. So this is an option when you can execute another command on your terminal. Okay, so you can view on the command prompt we are starting a foreground process by the name Buncee. It is an audio file. It will start. You can view this running Buncee this on Ubuntu terminal. Okay, so I want to send this particular file on the this background. So for sending background, we have to press Control Z for stopping this process. Okay, so now you can view this stopped process Buncee. Then we can write on the terminal the command BG to send the process to the background. So by this way we can send a process to the background. So FG command for foreground, you can use the command FG to continue the program which was stopped and bring it to foreground. When you want to come again from the foreground, the background process to come again on the background or foreground, then you can use this particular FG command. So by the simple FG and process name or job name, you can come again on the foregrounds. So for example, this launch Buncee music player, then stop it with the Control Z command. You start the music player, then stop it from the Control Z command and continue it with the FG utility. Now you can continue from the FG on the foreground terminal. So this means that your terminal will be busy. Okay. Now you can view. We have typed on the terminal this Buncee, then press stop Control Z. Control Z, then it will be closed and stopped, and then we can again write the command FG on the terminal and the process name or job name. So now the process will be started on the your foreground process. Okay, so this way you can send a process into the background, and again you want to stop and come on this foreground, then you can bring it on the on your terminal also. Okay, so next command that we will discuss is that is stop command. It is very important command for the system administration purpose. So by this stop command, user can or administrator can view the number of processes are running, number of users and their number of processes are running, and number of commands are executing on the this terminal or on the server. So this utility tells the user about all the running processes on the Linux machine. On you can view the total number of processes are running is 189, 2 processes are running state and 187 are in sleeping state. 0 stopped and 0 zombie process. We will discuss about the zombie process in the next lectures. You can view also the CPU status, memory status, swap memory status. So all you can view here, and these are different field descriptions of this particular commands. So this is the users, these are the process IDs, and you can view the one process ID from the init command. Okay, so init is the parent process for all the processes, and this is the status, shared memory, physical memory, virtual memory, this nice value, this priority and CPU percentage time and memory percentage time. This is the time started. So all the parameters or descriptions you can view regarding the all the processes. So this is the field descriptions. You can view these field descriptions, and example 1, example 2 you can view from the first two commands. First two command you can view the examples. So PID is the process ID of each block, user the username, PR the priority can be 20 or minus 20 is lowest, and NI is the nice value the virtual memory used in KB. This is physical memory in kilobytes and shared memory in kilobytes. These are S represent the status in the fields. There, these are five different status. This D, R, S, T, Z. This is uninterruptible sleep, running, sleeping, traced or stopped, and zombie. These are the status of the process. Percentage of CPU time and percentage of memory, percentage of time, see total CPU time, and this is the command name as this photoshop.exe, and another one is some other command which we have seen in the last previous slide. One more command, that is ps command, that is process status. So by this particular command we can view the process status of any user. Under a user we can check, and by the process ID you can check, by the process name you can check the status of the process. So here we can check the process status. So this command stands for process status. It is similar to the task manager that pops up in Windows. In the Windows, we can check the task manager. So by the Control Alt Del, we can view the different number of processes are running. You can end any task for any particular process by the end task button. So same way you can do here by some another command that is known as kill command, like end task. So to check all the processes running under a user, use the command. For checking under a user, you can use simply the command ps this. So you can view the four attributes or four descriptions of a particular process. This is a process ID, this is terminal type, and this is time, and this is a command. So two commands we have used under this user, this sh and ps. So this sh is a command by the process ID 18, and ps is the command by the process ID 22. And on the same terminal these commands are executed under a same user, under a single user. Okay. Now if we want to know the more description of that particular commands or users, then you can view the by the command ps-f. This -f is the option. We know this -f is the option by the options. There may be different options for these and different commands. So you can view by the same user. User ID is 52471. This again 52471. For the same user, we can view these different two processes. One command is sh, second command is ps-f, which recently I have used here. Okay, so this sh is the parent cell. As you can view, this ppid is 1. Okay, and process ID of sh is 19, and 25 parent ID, process ID of ps-f. Okay, so this is CPU time, this is start time, and this terminal type, and this is time, this command. Okay, so you can view the more attributes by the ps-f for a under a user. If you know the process ID, then directly you can view the process status of any command. So if you know the process ID of this 19, this process, this sh, the command sh process ID is 19. If you know the process ID, then directly you can type this ps on the command prompt, ps19. So you can view the process status of this command sh is process ID 19, terminal type, and time, and this command sh. Okay. So, and these are some attributes which we have discussed. This user ID, PID is the process ID, PPID is the parent process ID, and C is the CPU utilization of process. Okay, so CPU utilization of process. S time, this process start time, T time, TTY, this terminal type associated with this process. Okay, so time, that is CPU time taken by the process. CPU time taken by the process, and CMD, the command that started this process. Okay, so these are some more attributes, options which you can view as you used in the PS with -f for full information. Okay, so more options are there. You can also use these more options with this PS hyphen followed by a space, PS space -a. then it shows information about all users. There we are using a single user. For a single user you are using the status of processes, and here about all users. So ps-x shows information about processes without terminals. Those processes are running without terminals, so it can view by the ps-x. ps-u shows additional information like -f options. This is like -f additional for additional information we can view by this command. And another is ps-e, so displays extended information. You can view also or display also extended information about any process, so you can view by the command this ps-e. So these all options you can try in your lab session. Just okay, so we have discussed today the process, the foreground process, the background process, how we can send a process to background, and how we can again come for the background process to the this foreground process. What are the process commands and what are the process status commands? What are the different process descriptions or attributes, and what are the different options which we can use with the process status command? Okay, these are some references of these books, and for further information you can contact on my mail id. This is sudeep.yadav@kalgotiasuniversity.edu.in. Okay, thank you so much.